All right, now PJ, you wrote the script for this, right?
Rodney and I spent about three to 4 days kind of fleshing out the idea. We sat down and we just, we thought up all ideas for the characters and all the beats that we wanted to hit. And then basically what I did is I just kind of went in and filled in all the gaps with dialogue and then, added a little bit of extra characterization and things like that. So
when I first saw the script and I read one of the opening scenes, and it's very graphic and lots of language, and I thought, oh my God, what am I doing here? I'm an Alfred Hitchcock fan, right?
as far as the script is concerned, it took me about 2 weeks to write the script. Once I could stop being lazy and actually sit down and write it. It took about 2 weeks.
It's just kind of right out there and reaches out and grabs you by the lapels and shakes you around, slaps you on the cheeks and says, here it is. If you're ready or not, here we are.
And when you finally sat down to write it, is this like a nonstop marathon thing where you just go like to all hours of the morning just putting it down?
Sometimes. What I do is, the way I write scripts is I'll just put a stereo and I'll put headphones on and I listen, depending on what type of movie it is, this being a horror film, I just listen to, I love instrumental classical music and stuff like that, so I just sat down and I listened to soundtracks from horror films.
It doesn't disappoint because it gets very yucky pretty soon as far as body parts flying and that kind of thing. So
if I would sit down and 5 or 6 hours would pass, and it goes like that when you're writing. Of course, when you have a family, you have to start and stop.
Sure.
But about as much as I could write it, I guess.
Like any script in its early stages, I think that there are some revisions probably to make with dialogue, characterization, and making the logistics of things, making things work the way you want them to, and so that's a process.